Start cooking at 4 a.m., my mother-in-law ordered as she handed me a long guest list. Make sure everything is perfect this time, my husband added. There are moments in life that shatter everything you thought you knew. Moments that force you to choose between drowning quietly or making a defiant splash. For me, that moment arrived at 3 a.m., as I clutched a damp boarding pass to Maui, leaving behind a life that had slowly, painstakingly strangled me. That morning, as the gate agent's voice crackled through the airport speakers, announcing the final boarding call for Flight 442, my fingers trembled, damp with sweat and tears. 40 minutes away, in our perfectly manicured suburban house, 30 meticulously arranged play settings sat empty on the dining room table. I'd spent 3 hours on them just the night before. The giant turkey I was supposed to have prepped hours ago remained frozen solid in the refrigerator, much like my heart had been for the past 5 years. My phone buzzed, another text from Hudson. Asterisk, hope you're up cooking, babe. Mom's already texting about timing. Asterisk, I switched it off. With a deep, shaky breath, I stepped onto the plane, leaving behind more than just a Thanksgiving dinner. I was abandoning a life that had slowly suffocated me, one helpful suggestion and dismissive comment at a time. As the plane lifted into the dark sky, I pressed my forehead against the cold window, watching the city lights blur and fade below. Somewhere down there, Vivian would arrive at 2 p.m., expecting her perfect feast. And Hudson? He'd be standing there, utterly confused, probably calling me selfish to my face for the first time instead of just behind my back to his mother. But I wouldn't be there to see the shock in their eyes. I wouldn't be there to apologize. For once in 5 years, I wouldn't be there at all. And that thought, that scandalous, rebellious thought, both terrified and thrilled me in equal measure. It all started just 3 days earlier. The click-clack of Vivian's heels across our hardwood floor always reminded me of a judge's gavel, sharp, decisive, final. She swept into our kitchen like she owned it, which, according to Hudson, she practically did since they'd helped us with the down payment. Isabella, darling. Her voice had that particular tone she used when she was about to assign me a task disguised as a favor. We need to discuss Thanksgiving arrangements. I was elbow-deep in dishwater, cleaning up after the dinner I just served them. Hudson's favorite pot roast with all the sides his mother had taught me to make the right way during my first year of marriage. My hands were raw from the scalding water, but I'd learned not to wear rubber gloves around Vivian. She once commented that they made me look unprofessional. Of course, I replied, forcing a brittle brightness into my voice. What can I do to help? Hudson looked up from his phone just long enough to share a glance with his mother. I'd seen it thousands of times over the years, a silent communication that excluded me entirely, as if I were a child who couldn't be trusted with adult conversations. Vivian reached into her designer purse and pulled out a folded piece of paper. The ceremonial way she handled it made my stomach twist into knots. She placed it on the counter next to me with the care of someone presenting damning evidence in court. The guest list for Thursday, she announced, a triumphant glint in her eye. I've invited a few more people this year. Cousin Cynthia is bringing her new boyfriend. Uncle Raymond is coming with his whole family. And the Sanders from the country club will be joining us as well. I dried my hands on a dish towel and picked up the paper. As I unfolded it, the names kept coming and coming. I counted once, then twice, certain I'd made a mistake. 30 people. The words came out as barely a whisper. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.